Look up at the night sky on a clear, dark evening, and you will see thousands of glowing stars scattered across the vast cosmic canvas. Each of those distant points of light is a powerful sun, and modern astronomy tells us that almost every single one hosts its own system of planets. In our Milky Way galaxy alone, there are estimated to be hundreds of billions of stars and even more worlds orbiting around them. Statistically speaking, millions of these planets should be perfectly situated in the habitable zone, holding liquid water and the exact chemical ingredients for life. Our universe is incredibly ancient, having existed for nearly 14 billion years, giving biological life plenty of time to successfully take root. With billions of years for evolution to work its slow, meticulous magic, the cosmos should theoretically be absolutely teeming with highly advanced alien civilizations. Our galaxy should be actively buzzing with interstellar radio signals, massive energy-harvesting megastructures, and countless fleets of exploring spacecraft. Yet when we point our most advanced and powerful telescopes into the deep cosmic void and listen closely, we are met with absolute, deafening silence. This terrifying contradiction between the high mathematical probability of extraterrestrial life and the complete lack of physical evidence is famously known as the Fermi paradox. It was formulated by the brilliant physicist Enrico Fermi, who casually looked at these overwhelming statistics and simply asked, "Where is absolutely everybody?" To understand how advanced these missing civilizations should be, scientists rely on a theoretical framework known as the Kardashev scale. This scale measures a civilization's level of technological advancement based entirely on the total amount of energy they are able to safely harness. A Type 1 civilization can completely harness all the energy naturally reaching their home planet from their parent star. We humans are not even at Type 1 yet, as we still heavily rely on burning dead plants and fossilized matter just to power our cities. A Type 2 civilization would be capable of harnessing the entire total energy output of their star by building a colossal megastructure known as a Dyson sphere. This massive engineering marvel would completely enclose their sun in solar panels, providing them with virtually infinite and unstoppable cosmic power. A Type 3 civilization would be practically godlike, casually controlling the energy of their entire host galaxy and colonizing billions of different star systems. If a Type 3 civilization existed anywhere in the Milky Way, their glowing megastructures and heat signatures would be blindingly obvious to our modern telescopes. Since we see absolutely no trace of these cosmic empires, physicists proposed a terrifying answer known as the Great Filter. The Great Filter theory suggests that there is an incredibly difficult, almost impossible evolutionary hurdle that every developing species in the universe must eventually face. It is a cosmic barrier so intensely destructive and insurmountable that it almost guarantees the complete extinction of any civilization that encounters it. The most terrifying question for humanity right now is whether this great filter is already safely behind us, or if it is still waiting quietly in our near future. If it is behind us, it means the initial spark of life, or the leap to complex cellular organisms, is an impossibly rare mathematical miracle. This would beautifully mean that humanity has already survived the hardest part of existence, and we might truly be the only intelligent, conscious species left in the entire galaxy. But if the Great Filter is still waiting ahead of us, it means our ultimate doom is rapidly approaching, and our entire civilization is blindly walking into a cosmic trap. Perhaps the filter is the inevitable invention of nuclear weapons, rogue artificial intelligence, or severe, irreversible global climate collapse. These are highly advanced technologies and natural consequences that effortlessly destroy a rapidly growing species long before it can successfully colonize the neighboring stars. Every brilliant alien civilization that ever existed in the ancient past might have eventually built the exact same tools of their own inevitable, tragic destruction. When we look out into the silent, beautiful universe, we might actually just be staring at a massive, invisible cosmic graveyard of failed species. But the Great Filter is not the only terrifying theory trying to explain why the cosmos is completely empty and eerily silent. Another incredibly dark explanation is called the dark forest theory, which suggests that the universe is actually full of life, but everyone is terrified and hiding. In a dark forest, every hunter must be completely silent and invisible because any loud noise will instantly attract bigger, more dangerous predators. If an advanced alien civilization detects another growing species, the safest and most logical choice is to wipe them out immediately before they become a threat. In this terrifying scenario, broadcasting radio signals into space is a suicidal death sentence, and the silence we hear is just the sound of everyone holding their breath. Then there is the famous zoo hypothesis, which presents a slightly more peaceful but incredibly humbling perspective on our lonely human existence. It suggests that highly advanced alien empires already know we are here, but they are deliberately avoiding any contact to let our natural evolution play out. We might be living inside a quarantined cosmic nature reserve, completely isolated by an absolute prime directive of non-interference. They are simply watching us through the glass, waiting for us to reach a specific level of technological maturity or moral enlightenment before they finally say hello. There is also the possibility that we are simply too primitive and biologically limited to even recognize the advanced communication methods they are actively using. Imagine an ant colony building a tiny hill right next to a massive 10-lane human superhighway connecting two modern cities. The ants have absolutely no physical or mental capacity to understand what the cars are, why they are moving, or how humans communicate using cell phones. Similarly, aliens might be talking to each other using quantum entanglement, manipulating gravity waves, or bending the fabric of space-time while we listen for basic radio static. Some scientists also believe that any sufficiently advanced civilization will eventually completely outgrow the physical, biological world we currently inhabit. Instead of aggressively expanding outward to conquer new planets, they might turn completely inward, uploading their collective consciousness into colossal supercomputers. These digital civilizations would live forever in perfectly simulated utopian micro-universes, requiring very little energy and completely ignoring the messy, physical galaxy outside. Why bother building giant spaceships to explore cold, dead rocks when you are virtually living as a god inside an infinite digital paradise? Whatever the true answer may be, the Fermi paradox forces humanity to confront its deepest existential fears and its greatest cosmic responsibilities. The deafening silence of the stars is either a chilling warning of our impending doom or a beautiful reminder of how incredibly special our existence truly is. If we are truly alone in the dark void, then human consciousness is the only way the universe can actually observe and understand itself. It means our fragile blue planet is the most valuable and precious object in the entire cosmos, and preserving it is our absolute, ultimate purpose.